Hi FPL managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this video we're going to have a review of the season so far, look at the top point scoring players in the game, goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and attackers, and just see how that might influence any wildcard decisions, any transfer decisions for the future. Some of these players we would have expected to do well, others a bit of a surprise. Can we include them looking forward? Has anything changed? Let's have a look. Don't forget, first of all, to subscribe, guys. New to this channel, press that button. In the meantime, let's have a look and get on with this. Okay, Ederson in goal. He's 6 million. He's one of the most expensive goalkeepers there is in the game. His expected goals conceded 1.3. His actual, he's overperformed, is 0.9. So that's really good. 35 points. His fixture's got away at Watford. Ranieri, we know what happened last time. Watford had a new manager and hosted Liverpool. Then it's Manchester United away, Brighton at home. You know what, with Van Dijk and much more options in that defence, and the likes of Fabinho and Henderson resuming their proper roles as defensive midfielders, that Liverpool defence looks pretty solid at the moment. You wouldn't back on him getting many more clean sheets, but the price, that's exactly what we expect. In a similar boat, same amount of points. It's interesting. Same amount of points, same price, much better fixtures coming up, but you've got Ederson. He's kept 5 out of 7 clean sheets. Man City have only conceded 3 goals all season, 2 of those to Liverpool. So expected goals conceded 0.6, much less than Liverpool. Actual goals conceded 0.4, but he's got the same amount of points, same amount of price. But at the moment, you'd say that longer term, I'd certainly back that Man City defence. But these 2 goalkeepers are the most expensive game. You would expect them to be up there. No surprises. Last one. Lloris is up there. He's got the same amount of points. He's 0.5 less. They had such a great start, Tottenham, didn't they? Clean sheets in those first 3 games. Lots of bonus points as well, and save points for Lloris. He's been overworked, you'd say, over the season so far, but they have struggled to keep clean sheets, Tottenham, in the last few games. Maybe they're turning a corner again, don't know. But he got some difficult fixtures coming up after the Newcastle one. So clean sheet potential, you'd say, well, he's cheaper, but perhaps not. I'm not sure how much we can trust in Tottenham's defence at the moment. Hugo Lloris, not sure for me. Run out for the jury. I think I'd much prefer to spend 0.5 if I was going to go down that route and get them an Ederson or an Alisson. Ruben Dias then. Manchester City being so frugal at the back, so tight. Just like we said, 2 games in which he conceded out the 7 so far. Great fixtures coming up. 6.1. He is expensive. And specifically, if he's not giving as much goal threat, which he doesn't, 39 points, just at 0.16 goals expected involvement in 90 minutes. The crucial thing with Dias, though, he just plays every game. He's about as nailed on in that Manchester City defence as you can get. So just by being there constantly, game in, game out, he's picking up those clean sheets. So, yeah, he's away into that Manchester City side that you know he's going to play every week. But I think he's probably worth the price. For me, he's come into my side. He might pop up with your goal. I'm not expecting him to, but that's not why he's there. Just keep picking up those clean sheets, Ruben. Joao Cancelo, he's 0.1 more expensive. He looks like he'd possibly go up in price again in the near future as well. He offers a lot more goal threat than Ruben Dias. He's obviously playing that right-hand side. He can come into the middle. Great fixtures coming up. He scored more points. The only thing you'd say about him is, for the price 0.1, you probably would go Cancelo over Ruben, but then is he as nailed? You'd probably say his place is more under threat. His minutes are more likely to be managed than Ruben Dias. Is it worth the extra, losing the extra game or 2 because he has that goal threat? That's a tough call to make. For me, I'd love to double up on Dias and Cancelo. If there's 2 City players, I'll double up on them. It is Cancelo and Dias. And at the moment, their high scoring points proves that they're the ones to go for. Finally, Marcos Alonso, I think if you were a manager that had him in at the start of the season, you really benefited from him. We know how good he is. It's no surprise that he's got as many points as he has. The surprise is the fact that he was playing at all, I suppose, with Chilwell, not playing much in the Euros, having a bit of a mental break from the game, and then coming back in the last few matches. Great goal expectancy for a fullback like Alonso. He plays more as a winger, and in a Chelsea side that just uses those full wing backs so well, he's just an absolute, he's a must-have if he plays every week. And look at those fixtures are fabulous as well. Question going forward in anyone's side is, with the arrival now of Chilwell getting back to fitness, scoring in his last domestic game, and then in the international game as well, he's obviously hit the ground running. How many minutes does Alonso now get? Is he sharing minutes with Chilwell? Is Chilwell the first choice? Only Tuchel can tell us this, but it's a worry. For 6 million, I'm suddenly buying a defender who just isn't guaranteed in that Chelsea side anymore. His rotation, his minutes are up for rotational risk. Great player so far. I think if I had him, I'll be now looking to shift and move across to someone else. But brilliant asset so far. Okay, side Benrahma. We knew about him at the start of the season, having a good pre-season by all accounts, West Ham fans telling us, and he's hit the ground running. With the loss of Jesse Lingard not being able to come back to West Ham on a full-time basis, that kind of opened the door for Benrahma to get more starting time, and he's really benefited from that. 44 points, 6.6. He's gone up in value a lot. His goal involvement's really good, 0.54. Rumours and possibilities that he might be on penalties. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to be on the pitch for next time one is awarded. But he's been brilliant so far. How does he minutes get affected with Vlasic coming in? Well, only time will tell. But at the moment, you'd say he's one of the first names on that West Ham sheet, and they're just scoring so many goals. Such a good side to watch. Difficult game against Chelsea coming up. Then you got Leicester and Burnley. So for me, he's been one of the stars so far this season. Benrahma. Doucoure, wow, he's been one I don't think anyone would have predicted. Comes out of nowhere. In that Everton side, you really see him, or he was considered to be a sort of holding midfielder with Allen. You've got the likes of Gray, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin on one side and Townsend on the other, and his job was to sit there, but he's been getting more and more forward. As you can see, his expected goal involvement 0.35, pretty decent, cheap as well at 5.7. He's got goals, he's got assists this season, he's got some decent fixtures in the next 3 games coming up. He looks really good. For me, I can't get my head out of this DCM role. He's a defensive midfielder. He seems to have adopted more of that box-to-box role that he adopted for Watford. But 5.7, he looks really good, and he's had a great season. Can he continue? He's not for me, but I can understand why you'd go there. He's such an enabler. I think there's just other players really like Townsend and Gray and possibly Gallagher that maybe I feel there's more potential. But Doucoure's figures look pretty decent. Then we got Jesus, another player who's played a lot of football for Man City this season, and he's really benefited from that. Not always down the middle as we'd expect. He went out wide, then claimed that he loved playing out wide. That was his future. Ferran Torres in the middle for a few games. And those minutes, he's got those assists. He's chipped in with goals. 8.6. He's not cheap. And I think the main reason why people shied away for him, he's got such a low ownership, is the fact for 8.6 as a striker that you're not sure going to get minutes. There's other alternatives are going to get minutes. There's a lot of Antonio, Bamford, of DCL, even the likes of Jimenez, are cheaper and are going to play every week. So Jesus done really well. Can he keep that up? Who knows? It's all down to Pep Roulette, isn't it? And how many minutes is he going to get? If he gets the minutes, 0.69, playing in that forward line for Manchester City, you just expect him to be in and amongst the goals. Again, it's a risk, isn't it? And it's a lot of money that you're risking. However, if you feel that he's going to play, and we get the word from Pep, which is unusual, then yeah, I think he's a great option. Antonio, one of the stars of the show so far, he's gone up and up and up in price, 49 points. He's had, 7 games, suspended in one, sent off in the other. So he's really had 5 games where he's actually had a positive contribution. But his goal involvement, look at that, 1.16. Absolutely brilliant. He even afforded to miss a penalty in there, and he's still got 49 points. Tricky game at Chelsea. Then Leicester won't be easy. Burnley away. But he's just been one of the best players of the season so far. We know from previously that his stats are so good, and they always add up. If he plays, and it's his fitness. He's stayed fit so far. European fixtures, they've kind of rotated him and protected him a little bit. That suspension came at quite a nice time to give him a break. So he's been absolutely brilliant so far. I don't think it would have been such a wild call for anyone to have said that he was going to be in the top 3. Mo Salah, I'm not going to dwell on this. Look at those points, 70 points. Wow, we talk about other players having great seasons. I mean, he just goes under the radar. He's just a set and forget. Everyone eulogises about how good he is all the time. I mean, those goals against Man United, wow. Against Manchester City. He's just an incredible player. Up and up in price he goes. Goal involvement expected 1.07. What a legend he's been. Almost fixture proof. If you score against Manchester City, you can score against anyone, as we know. I'm not even going to go and talk about him anymore. Jamie Vardy, he's been 10.5. He's a premium striker. We forget that. He again has gone slightly under the radar. He's got 48 points. His goal involvement 0.62 expected. He's got penalties. He chipped in the last few games with some goals. Really interesting one. For me, just takes up a premium spot that I'm not sure. There's so much competition for those striker spots. 10.5 is just a bit too expensive for me. Also now there's that hanging over that European sort of headache that Leicester have. How much effort are they going to put into that Europa League? Is he going to have to start playing some of those games? And you just don't feel he's going to play 2 games a week. There's a little bit of a question mark that to prioritise the league. He's just been brilliant season after season. I've shied away from him a little. I just feel there's so many other better options. But if you got on board with him, you would have really benefited from that. He's been absolutely fabulous so far this season. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed a little roundup of what's happened so far. I hope it gives you some fuel for thought into any wildcards or transfers you're looking at. Please tell us any thoughts or comments or anything that you'd like us to cover in future content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, guys, take care. Speak to you soon.